Today's date is Friday, April 13th, 2012. It's 2:55 p.m. Special Agent Merlin Ector in Clayton County Sheriff Office Sergeant Harrison located at the Clayton County Sheriff Department for the purpose of interviewing. State your name for the record, ma'am.
Sequila Stone.
And what's your title?
I'm a registered nurse.
And how long have you been working for Clayton County?
Almost a year. May 1st will be a year. So almost a year.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to refer back to April 6, 2012. I'm show you a photo of KEVEN GUERRIER. Ask me, are you familiar with this person?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, can you tell me, I need you not to leave anything out when you came into contact with him, whatever, anything that was told you, asked you to do, that you did, that you instructed somebody to do, any calls you made, any prescriptions or medicines or anything that was given to him. I mean, I'm not saying you did any of this, I'm just saying if any of that happened, okay? And just tell me about when, what you did for this patient when you came in contact with him or when you became aware of him, the inmate having problems or whatever.
Okay, can I use my notes?
Yes, ma'am.
Because that's pretty much.
Yes, you
Okay. Oh, you ready for me?
Yes.
Oh, so can I just read off my notes? Or
Okay, if you want to.
Okay. Okay, I was charge nurse on the day of 4/6/12, and I got a call to come over to intake and to assess an inmate in cell 5. And I know the other day when I was investigating, they were asking me who called, and I really couldn't recall at the time who had called, but it was somebody from medical. Okay, because like I was stating, I was in the exam room doing some cardiac enzymes on a renal patient that she was currently, the renal dialysis was currently dialyzing at the time. And so he needed cardiac enzymes. I was in there doing that when that was brought to my attention about needing to go over to intake to see Mr. GUERRIER. So I stopped what I was doing. I went over to intake. And I think at the time when I went there, he was in the cell because I said, I'm here to see the, oh,
okay.
You want me to keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. So, as I said, I went over there and I said, I'm here to see the inmate. I need the inmate that you all called me about from cell 5. So therefore, one of the officers, I don't recall which one, but they said, we'll get him for you. So they went to get him, and I was sort of like still in the hallway. And the inmate was saying, I think she was saying, she was interviewing somebody at that time.
Who was interviewing somebody?
This was, let me back up. I can't think. Angela was, she's the inmate when you come in, and I think she was getting ready to.
Oh, CNA. She's a what when you come in?
Medical assistant.
Oh, okay. I thought you said inmate. I was like.
No.
Okay.
No. Let me back it up. Okay. I came in.
Okay.
I'm in intake now, coming through, and I thought the guy would have been out of the cell, but he was still in the cell. So I was letting the officer know. I don't know which officer. That I need this guy, so I can see, because I understand, he wanted to talk to the nurse. Okay. So they escorted him over, and I met him in the hallway, and I said, sir, come see me in the medical exam room. So right where you're sitting is the desk, and he sat in the chair right here, and I think the officer was out, out in the hallway. And I had, started talking to him, and he was sort of, at that time, he started getting hyperverbal about some things. I don't know what he was hyperverbal about, but he was stating something about court. He was upset about something with court. And I was redirecting him, stating and telling him that, I understand you wanted to see the nurse, and I wanted to know what was your medical concerns. And that's what he stated. And he said, yeah, but I had to go to court. And he was really, adamant. Whenever he talked about court, he just really sort of blew up. And I said, I need you to calm down because we have the site. And what I'm going to do is check you out and notify the doctor because the nurse is here. So, he let me do a few little things to check him out. But he was just still sort of ramping about, court and he's still in jail, and he didn't know what's what, and just saying all kind of things. I said, sir, you got to calm down, and we're gonna.
Can you recall things that he was saying?
One statement, he stated, I went to court today and then I ended up back in jail. And like I said, he was saying other things too, like, I wasn't supposed to be here because after I leave court, I thought I was leaving. And then that's when I told him, I said, well, Mr. Guerrier, I also asked him his name too, because I didn't know his name right off the bat, And I can't remember if Angela sort of told me or the officer or he did. I can't remember which one. But that's when I started, because I see whenever he was just upset. So, like I said, we have it. We're going to address that. We're going to address that. And so I was looking at him, I noticed his shirt it was all the way down to here, like the collar part and whatnot. And he was, again telling me the reason why he didn't go in court. And he just everything kept, he was just upset about being here back in jail and whatnot. So I said, well, like I said, we're going to address that. And I'm trying to think because it was a while back. Let me see. Like I said, I started to examine it, but he wasn't fully cooperative with the exam. And I did tell him that I'm going to let the doctor on call know so we can go ahead and, get that addressed and seen about. But he did tell me that he didn't get down. He was at court, and then he got mad when I told him open at 5 in the morning. And he could have, before he even went to court. And he was like, no, I had to be here, I had to be in court, So that was that. And then that's when I proceeded on with, giving him like an overview exam. And I called the doctor from, did it stop?
No, go ahead.
And I called the doctor from, to see what did he want him to, what did he want him to be. His nurse was here. Told him what my findings were from his quick assessment, just me checking him. And then I said, can you just go back out and, finish being assessed by the MA, which is Angela. And he had said something and ended up escorted back to the cell. And at that time, when he was going over to Angela, I talked to Officer Shields. She was right over here by the door. Well, not by the door, but by the processing thing. And she called out to Sergeant Johnson to let him know the inmate had to be over. When Sergeant Johnson had come out, I told her again too. And then they said, they were going to let him go over, and because they're the ones that escorts him over. So I went back into the intake room and proceeded with taking care of